perhaps I think Ms. Disha can mention in the THT family members groups, all of them, that as of now, please use Facebook. It will be uploaded after the session is completed on YouTube. All right. So, because I'm getting a lot of messages and calls and unable to connect to them. So, if you could help your friends, there are quite a few people who are also in the waiting room. So, I suggest if you could help, because this is teachers help teachers. So, I suppose you could help your friends to, um, get into the Facebook mode at least, so that we can begin with our uh, session. All right. So good evening, everyone. I will start sharing my screen in a moment. Quite a few activities have been planned. I hope you will participate, because that would be the best that we could do, work on something together. It's not that no one knows, or it's not that these are activities which are very unique, or which have never ever been done by you in class. I'm sure you're doing these and many more. But I think when we work together, when we all discuss together, I think it makes a difference. Do you agree that it makes a difference when we all are together? Yes, so that makes a huge difference. So let me begin screen sharing, and please let me know if the screen is visible, because am I audible? Am I visible? I think these are the two most iconic questions that have been asked. So is this visible? I just wish to know if this is visible. Okay, wonderful. All right. I hope you are not seeing some kind of a black spot or black blob or something on my screen. Please let me know, because sometimes it so happens that when you are, okay, it's visible. The black spot is visible. Oh dear. I will try to reduce it as much as I can, because I would like to see you all, your responses. Is the black spot visible now?
Yeah, it's still visible, but
Is
it's
is
I
it?
think
It's
it's
less. Yeah,
less.
because
Yeah.
I would really love to see your responses. As you are well aware that I enjoy, read. Yeah, I'm trying to reduce it as much as possible, so that, yeah, thank you. Anywhere I feel that it may impact on your viewing of the screen, I will stop it, or I will remove it. Okay. All right. So let us begin then. First and foremost, a very simple question. What are starters? Well, let's only talk about starters. Okay. What are starters? I think because I have the waiting room option being shown here, that's the black spot. If that could be, something could be done about that. Okay, yes, wonderful answers. Absolutely. Warm up exercises, icebreakers. Yes, the other one is about the waiting room. People are in the waiting room, and that is why you're seeing the other spot. So, quite sorry about that. Anyway, let us move. Let us continue, and don't worry. Anything that is on screen and which should be visible to you, I'll ensure that you are able to see. Okay, the black spot has disappeared. Thank you. All right. So yes, pre-learning activities, starters are something that you do before you begin to engage your students. So the next question is, are starters just selected randomly? Are they selected, just because, oh, you found something very interesting and you want to, sort of bring it to your students? Or are they to be selected as per the lesson that you are conducting? Yes, absolutely. As per the topic, as per the interest of the students, absolutely. Because that really and truly makes them, a part of your lesson. They become an inherent part of your lesson. Absolutely. Goes without saying. So let us now talk about fillers. What are fillers? What are fillers, teachers? What are fillers? If you can tell me. So starters are at the beginning of the session, the induction. What are fillers? If you can let me know about fillers. When do we use fillers? Okay, to fill some gaps. Okay, when you want to have breaks in your session, to break the monotony. Sometimes you feel that your lesson is going a little bit low. You can make out. We are teachers. Physically, of course, it's very easy because of all the body language and the gestures and the eye contact and so on. Online, it may be difficult. Yet, I'm sure being teachers who have your pulse as far as your students are concerned, so you have your finger on the pulse, when your students are losing interest. So absolutely, to help them gain interest, to fill in breaks, very good. So like maybe students, like after say 35-40 minutes, it's difficult for anyone, let alone students, for anyone to be paying so much attention. So then you give a break of say 2-3 minutes, and you don't want everyone to leave or decamp. So you actually have a little bit of a game, and yes, you encourage and energize them. Excellent, excellent points. So let us now go on to our very first energizer or starter or filler. These can be used any which ways. But before that, there are a few points. I have come across this teacher called Miss Eddie, and she has some beautiful things to say to encourage students and teachers. So I want all of you to quickly take a look at the 6 easy steps she has suggested. And if you can put in the chat box that how many of them are the ones that resonate with you, that you connect with. If it's 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. All right. If the screen is blurry, Miss Zelinda, I suggest you leave and you come back, or you just wait and hope that it is, not blurry. Is it blurry for everyone? Oh, wonderful. Miss Mehta says all 6 of them. Absolutely. Or don't leave, because there are many people in the waiting room, so you may not be able to come back. So wonderful. I have answers from 2 teachers who say that all 6 of them resonate with them. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Yes. So love them. I mean, I think it goes without saying that if you cannot love children, it is difficult to be a good teacher. See, you may be the strictest of teachers for their benefit, but in your heart of hearts, you love them, and that is why you're strict. You cannot hate them, absolutely. Be yourself, that goes without saying. Doesn't mean be yourself is like be yourself when you would be with your closest friends and intimate partners. I mean, be yourself when you would be with children, children of a certain age who are learning from you. Feel like them. Obviously, empathy becomes important, trying to put our feet in their shoes. There was a teacher once who experimented, a professor, in fact, in the US. For one whole day, he decided to become a student and see how, things are for students nowadays, because he says he had been a student so many years back, decades back. And after that one day spent as a student, he said it was a life changing and an eye opening experience. And he said he would be teaching students in a very different manner after that. Surprise them. That's so, so interesting. I think my connection is a little unstable. I hope it becomes more stable so that we all can enjoy this session right up to the end. Surprise them. Sometimes you can just do things like, for instance, you could just give a break, or you could just show them a movie, or you could just, could you give me your, oh, people are unable to watch it on Facebook Live. Miss Rakhi, could you please check, because I'm also getting quite a few messages that even on Facebook Live, it is not there. So perhaps if Miss Disha or you could do something about it, Miss Rakhi.
we've already shared the link with everybody. We've already done that. Yes, yes, we've already done that. Yep.
Okay, Miss Rakhi, thank you. Yeah, I'll continue. May I continue? Okay.
Yes.
Surprise them. Would you like to share the way you have surprised your students, teachers? If you could just quickly share with the rest of us. Something, okay, Ms. Rashmi does tongue twisters once in a while. Wonderful, wonderful. It cleanses the tongue. Oh, you showed them a cartoon, planned a party. Wonderful drawing sessions. Great. Playing their favorite song. Lovely, lovely activities. Fun filled, because today's theme is fun filled online learning. That's what we are going to discuss. Oh, wonderful. Dress up. Great. Hear them out. Become a character. Take them to the school garden. We are talking about online, but yes, that's very good for physical activity. Or you can take them online to different parts of the world. You know, nowadays on Facebook and YouTube, you have so many beautiful videos which are, you know, like tours that you can take to natural places, places of remarkable, beautiful scenery, or even indoors to museums and the like. Virtual trips, yes. Read aloud, fantastic, fantastic points. Okay, so then we'll move on to our next exercise. Wonderful, celebrating their birthdays. Yes, yes, the birthday song to be sung. Quizzes and debates, playing games, fantastic. Later on, teachers, if you would like to share any particular link that you have been using, which has been a great success, please share it in the chat box. I am sure we can all take that back into our own classrooms. All right, so that will be fabulous. So if you could do that as well. All right. Online, yes. Oh, of course, Kahoot. See, today we are not going to talk about tech tools as such. We are going to talk about activities which can be done, starters and fillers. And of course, you can use these in the way you wish to. You can use all kinds of tech tools to take them to your classes. All right. So that I will not point out that this can be done with Kahoot or that can be done with a Quizlet. You can decide for yourselves how you would like to take these starters, fillers, energizers, warmers to your classroom. So the FB link is working now. Yes, please inform your friends, everybody, that the link is working so they can, take a look. Please inform them. Okay. All right. Thank you, Ms. Raki, for
Yes, we have our viewers on FB, and we're
wonderful,
constantly
wonderful. Because
interacting with
yes,
them.
because
Yeah.
this is basically the aim of teachers help teachers is to help teachers. We are here to help you all, and we want to help you to help yourselves and help others. You know, that's the main aim. I mean, carry it forward, take it ahead. Yes. So you may use whichever tech tool you would like to. You may use whichever tech tool you would like to, but try your best as of now to focus on the activities. Okay. And if you have links which have similar activities or activities which are even better than what are being discussed, we would be very happy if you could post them in the chat box. So yes, someone has mentioned a movie screening. Why not? Wonderful. Playing songs, because listening is so important. So the best way of making students become good listeners is playing songs and asking them to, you know, either summarize the theme of the song, or they can pick up words and phrases and so many things which can help them become good listeners. So let's go on to our very first activity, and that is keep this going. You can see, can you all see that there are some book covers, and it has become the new culinary classics. So we have the titles of books, but what has happened is we have actually changed the titles by using, you know, words to do with food. I'll just show you an example of the type of topics that I came up with, the titles. So I made these kind of titles: For Whom the Bell Pepper Tolls, Pepper Pan, The Perks of Being a Cauliflower, Harry Wafer and the Goblet of Water, Of Rice and Men, 20,000 Chicken Legs Under the Sea. So could you use your own intelligence and imagination, which you all have in plenty? You are fabulous teachers, and that is why you are here to learn, because good teachers are good learners. So if you can see, there are quite a few texts over here on screen. I suggest you think of any book that you have read, any novel or even a non-fiction book, and change the title of the book by using some word or term to do with food. So can you start typing in the chat box? I will show you the examples, the ones that I had written. Oh, fantastic, Mr. Flan. That's excellent. Wonderful, miss. Please, everyone, contribute to this. Think of some book that you may have read. Think of a book that you have read and change the title of the book by using words to do with food. So I have 6 titles here which I have changed, and I'm sure you all can. Alice in Chocolate Land, fantastic. Come on, teachers, quickly. I'm giving only 1 minute to everyone to post. After that, we're going to move on to the next exercise. So please, if you can post. Snow White and 7 Puddings. Wow, the Hungry Cat in the Hat. Excellent. Wonderful. Snow White and the Strawberry. Okay, I hope that even on Facebook we have people who are posting titles, because it would be lovely to watch them. I myself will take a look at these that are being, posted. Oh, Matilda with jam and bread, magic ice cream. Wonderful. Wonderful. Harry Caterer and the Chamber of Savories. Fantastic. Okay, Popeye with fenugreek, Hungry Cinderella, excellent. Now what I want everyone to do is please pay utmost attention. We were talking about food, right? Words and terms connected to food. Now, as a teacher of any particular subject, you may be a math teacher, a science teacher, a social science teacher, a history, that is history, geography, you may be an environmental science teacher, a business studies, economics teacher, you may be a PE teacher, you may be an art teacher. Try to get a title of a book which reflects your subject, words to do with your subject. So, because see, this is an activity that can be done by all teachers of all subjects. It's not just, say, the food science or the English teacher who will do this activity. As a science teacher, say, as a physics teacher, you could do this quickly as a starter or a filler. All right. So can we have that? I'm again going to give you just 1 minute. If you could do that. Okay, fantastic, Mr. Broccoli. Fantastic. All right. So type one title which has to do with your own subject. Okay. Your own subject, a title. So if you're a geography teacher, let's have a title of a book which has something to do with geography in it. Beauty and the Dictionary. Okay, Magical World of Numbers. So that is a math teacher speaking. Let's learn phonics from Mr. Pumpkin. Wonderful. Gone with the grammar. That's lovely. Wordsmith. Lovely, lovely. Come on, teachers. Let us see how imaginative you are.
Okay, so on Facebook, we have some responses which I would like to read.
Please tell us.
It's Discovery of India by Rachna Tiwari, Place Value Book by Ms. Geeta Javeri, Stop Continental Drift by Hanny, The World of Commerce by Wrinkle, and Books in Motion by Fauzia, Grammar Nazi in the Making by Lakshmi Sen Gupta. So some wonderful responses coming out there as well.
Yes, great, great. And here too, we have some fantastic responses by teachers. All right, so let us move on to our next activity. Oh, Khichdi Birbal by Mr. Sangram. That's very, very interesting. Alchemy of English. Wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful title. So this can be done by teachers of all subjects. You can just ask your students to use their own intelligence and imagination and creativity. Let's move on to the next topic. Now, the next starter or filler, see, I am doing some general exercises, teachers. I am sure you will be able to, work on these. So what I want everyone to do is, I want you all to take a look at what I'm doing. Okay. I'll just stop share and I'll just post something for you all to work with me. So this is something called create pictures. Can you all click on create pictures? If you can click on create pictures. Is it possible for you to click on create pictures? Is that working? Or you can go on this one. Yes, go to, yes, www. Okay, wonderful. So if you go to picture quotes, I will start sharing my screen so you will know what we can do. Just give me a minute. I have some kind of a lag here, so that is, it's saying that I can't reach the page, which is very surprising. Let me try another one.
You want me to share the screen?
But miss, I want to show this how it's done. So just let me try it once.
Sure.
Otherwise, we'll have to share the screen. So just, is everyone there on create picture? I think yes, I'm there. Okay, so I'll share the screen, teachers, so you'll know what exactly we are doing. Okay, so now can you see my screen, everyone? Could you please let me know? Is the screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, so what I want you all to do simultaneously with me is, click on this create a picture code. Okay, so because you can actually make a picture quote. Your children can do that quickly and they will really enjoy. All right. So when you click on this, for example, let me type out my running is my quote, and we can upload a picture. Can you see that, teachers? Everyone, keep running. Is it clear on the screen?
Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful. So then you click on upload picture, and when you click on upload picture, you can go to any particular picture that you'd like to upload. See, I have uploaded this picture, and then I can, move the text around anywhere for it to be seen. And that's how my picture has been created. It can be saved. It can be saved on your desktop, your laptop, your mobile, or it can even be shared if they wish to. I mean, some of them are on social media, or if they can share on that. All right, so I will stop sharing this and I will share my PPT. Okay, so, oh, sorry, not my PPT. Sorry about that. I'll share my PDF. All right, I'll stop sharing and I'll share my PDF with you. Right, okay, so. Just 1 minute, there's too much on my screen. So I'll just try to get to where I am supposed to be. And then, yes, so I'm there. And voila, you can see on my screen, teachers, something that I made recently. Okay.
Yeah, you're sharing your screen?
Yes, I am just sharing my screen. Just give me a minute, please. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? It shows the picture that I made with the quote. Is that clear?
No, can't see your screen as of now.
Okay, now can you see it?
Now it's showing, yeah.
Yes, thank you very much for your patience because there's so many things open. So I hope you too will be able to make your own, picture quote. And then once you learn it, once you try your hand at it, you can take it to your classroom, share it with your students, and immediately, I mean, any subject. It doesn't have to be only English or art, any other subject too. You can tell your students, okay, maybe perhaps at the end of the class also, if you want, you can say, all right, whatever you have learned till now, what is the best point that you have in mind? Make a picture quote out of it. And I'm sure the learning will be tremendous, because this is something which is a tried and tested method. So I hope you will be able to take this back to your classes. You could do this as a starter if you wish to. You could do it as a filler, whatever is comfortable for you. All right. Let's go on to the next exercise, which is a real fun exercise. If you were stranded on a deserted island, what would you prefer to have with you? Yes, you can do it as an exit ticket also, Miss Shweta. Now, I want you all to type a list of 3 items in the chat box. What would you have with you if you were on a desert island? Quickly, quickly, off the cuff. 3 items that you would have with you. Please mention in the chat box. Okay, wonderful. I can see people are typing fast and furiously. Fabulous. 3 items that you have, or 3 items that you would prefer to have with you. All right. And now to add a little bit of a twist to it and to make it interesting, I would like you to sketch those 3 items. If you want, you can even sketch the desert island and show a stranded person that's you. And believe me, this is not an art competition. So you can have stick figures, you can draw the way you like, all right? And I sincerely think that everyone can draw, okay? So can you quickly do that? I'm going to give everyone 3 minutes to sketch a desert island, a stranded person, and the 3 items. Just simple sketches. You don't have to make it very elaborate. If you wish to use color pencils or crayons or sketch pens, which are, which could add to what you're drawing, you can do that. But please do not worry about how it looks. That's not important. What is important is what you are doing, and are you enjoying? Are you enjoying this? So let me have the list, please, everyone. I can see that a few teachers have shared. What about the others? Let me have your list, because if there are 100 people here, I would like to see everyone's list. Can we have the list, everyone? And of course, after that, we will ask I will stop sharing and we will ask you to show us your lovely artwork. And don't worry, this is not a competition. We are not judging it. It's all for fun. Okay. Oh, interesting, interesting. Interesting list. So if you've rushed to draw first, you can, post your list here, all right? So wonderful. Oh, interesting lists. Of course, if you have time in class, if the number of students is not too many, you could even ask them to explain to you or discuss with you why they have chosen those, items. Or perhaps you could leave it for another day and, have a class discussion. And this would help them improve in their descriptive writing, persuasive writing. And teachers, if you are teaching subjects, say like geography or science or math or history, you can ask them to make lists of things pertaining to your subject. So make it subject specific. See, today we are all enjoying, we are all learning, but when you go back to class, you can ask specific questions related to your subject so that it becomes subject friendly, it aligns with your topic. So that's very, very important. All right. Ms. Rakhi, perhaps in a minute or 2, we can then ask them to show us their artwork.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll just give a couple of minutes to teachers. I'm sure some of them are diligently drawing, because that's the fun of it, teachers, do that. That's how you will also realize how your students feel when we tell them, do this quickly. And then, when we actually do this, we realize we get those practical insights. Like, for instance, I shared something with teachers. It was a self-reflection exercise on 2020 and 2021. And I thought that 5 minutes would be enough for, everyone to complete the work. If we, turn it into a Word document, it was a PDF. So we would turn it into a Word document. But then I realized when I actually did it practically, that it took us almost like 12, 15 minutes to complete the work properly, because you have to think and then you have to type it out and so on. And sometimes when you're changing the document from, say, PDF to Word, and just one click or one movement of the cursor and everything disappears. So teachers, practically, we must, first try to do this ourselves and find out how much time it will take. So accordingly, we can even change the instructions. We can tweak them. All right. So now, Ms. Rakhi, I'll stop sharing. Perhaps you can ask the teachers to show their work on screen to us.
Yes, I can put them on mute, and they can put on their videos and show us the work.
Yes, teachers, if you could just
anyone who would like
switch
to
on
raise
your
their
videos just for a couple of minutes, so you can show your work. And Ms. Rakhi, perhaps if there are quite a few, you could even click a photograph or so. Yes.
Click the picture. Yes.
Sorry, a print screen or a screenshot, whatever.
Okay, we can see some lovely images
I
showing
can see
up.
Miss Usha, Miss Gianna, people who are on Facebook. If you could, later on just share, take a picture, scan it and share it on Facebook for us, it would be lovely. Thank you so much, teachers. Wonderful. Oh, this is lovely. Great, great. Thank you. So teachers, don't worry, even if you haven't completed, you want to embellish it, you can post on our Facebook page. It would be wonderful. So thank you, teachers. We'll go back to our PPT, or rather my PDF. So shall we continue? Okay,
yes.
so I'll share my screen. All right, so please let me know if the screen can be seen clearly. So can you see my screen? I know this is the question. Am I visible? Am I audible? Just let me know.
Yes, we can see your
yes,
screen.
Thank you, Ms. Rakhi. All right, so let us proceed. After this, we go on to another exercise, which is another very interesting exercise. No, you don't have to draw anything here, don't worry. But you can engage students' senses by just asking them quickly. Supposing you're at a beach, what do you see? What do you hear? What do you taste? What do you feel? So let's do this quickly one by one. Could you please type in the chat box at the beach? Because this is engaging your senses. So if you can just mention about the beach, what all do you see? Or what all do you hear? Or what is it that you feel? If you can put that in the chat box, teachers, quickly. And even on Facebook, if we could have some answers. So first we are discussing about a beach. If you could do faster, then we could proceed with the rest of the exercise, and we can, go on to the next. Ms. Rakhi, can you see on the screen in the chat box?
Yes, we can.
All right. Somehow I cannot.
You want me to read the chat?
Yes, if you could just
okay.
read the chat quickly.
It's going. It's disappearing. A lot of responses coming in. Sound of winds, feel waves, ship, birds, fresh air, sand, ice cream, water rides.
All right. Wonderful.
Peace.
What about wonderful?
Sun.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Rakhi.
Yep.
Teachers, let us all now start writing about a circus tent. What do you see, hear, taste, feel in a circus tent? Can we have your words for a circus tent? Unfortunately, I'm unable to see the chat. So if something could be done, Ms. Rakhi, it would be lovely.
I will be reading it out. You see a lot of animals, clowns, performers, popcorn, tiger, clowns, colors, happy, tent, costumes, happy faces.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Miss. Thank you. All right.
Ringmaster
So now,
swings.
oh, wonderful. Shall we go on to the next exercise now? Okay,
Yep.
so the next exercise is asking riddles of students. And that's so very important, to do that quickly. I mean, even if you have just 1 minute, you can ask a question and immediately your students will answer. So let us have answers to these 3 questions in the chat box. What type of cheese is made backward? Just this answer first, quickly. What type of cheese is made backwards? Who's the first one to answer? What type of cheese is made backwards? Anyone?
Everyone is thinking.
Oh, okay. No problems, no problems. Could you like to answer the second one? Why are ghosts bad at lying? Oh, I have given you the answer. Can you see the answer here? Edam cheese, because made backward, right? EDAM. Okay, and why are ghosts bad at lying? Well, it's because
you can
see right through them. And the last question is, what 2 things can you never eat for breakfast? This is simple. What 2 things can you never eat for breakfast?
Lunch and dinner.
Excellent. Who was the first to answer?
I think it was...
Okay, let's do one math problem quickly. Move just 1 stick to fix the equation. Can you post the equation in the chat box, teachers? And in Facebook also, if you can type it out. I can hear some sound somewhere. Kindly mute yourselves. Do we have the answers?
Yes, 5 plus 4. 1 second. It says 8 minus 4 equals to 4.
Okay, so wonderful,
so
wonderful answer.
1 stick and make it 8. From the plus, you move 1 stick to make it 8, and it becomes 8 minus 4.
So you have 3 ways in which you can answer this.
That's one way. Then wonderful. 5 plus 4 plus 4.
Wonderful answers, teachers. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, let us move on now to the next topic or the next exercise. I mean, there are many, but let us see how many we'll be able to complete. Now, these are some math worksheets which I found online, and they are fabulous. And the reason being so, I will explain, it's because for math teachers, and you get them right from grade 1 to grade 8. And believe me, they are fabulous because the worksheets are generated by you if you wish to. And the best part I'll show you on screen. Can you now see the screen? It will take some time for the worksheet to appear. They are printable. You can even save them, make PDFs, and share with your students. Is the worksheet visible?
Yes.
Can you see the worksheet?
Yes, we can.
So the thing is, you can actually download the PDF and share with your students, or you can just put this on the screen and quickly ask them to shout out the answers or put them in the chat box. And when you click on show answers, what do you get? When you click on show the answer key, what do you get? Can you see the answers?
No, we can't see the answers. We can't. It's a blank worksheet.
Okay, one moment. Wait, let me just stop sharing and see what has happened. 1 minute. Actually, there's a little bit of a lag at my place. Zoom is always an issue. Google Meet goes
no problem. We can just type the website's name and then everyone can try.
I'll give you the link, teachers, so that you can see it yourself for yourself. It's a lovely, worksheet. So I'll just give it to you. One moment. Oh dear. One moment. So I'm giving you the link in the chat box. You can see it for yourselves, all of you. The worksheets are fantastic. You can get them for different levels. Okay, so here is the link. This is for this particular worksheet, but when we send you the PDF of this webinar, all the links will be given to you. Okay, so you can go and take a look at each link, see which one is helpful to you, which one is suitable for you. All right, teachers, is that fine? Okay, so now I'll share my screen again. Have you tried, everyone? Have you tried the worksheet? Click on it and you will see where it says show the answers. If you click on it, there's a tick mark you will observe and the answers will be on screen. Okay, now the next one is idioms galore. Okay, this is for idioms and I would like to share with you. Yes, you can see the screen. Wonderful. So we have some weather idioms. So I am just going to share them with you. Can you see this PPT now? Can you see this on screen, everyone?
Not yet. No.
Yeah, you'll be able to see it now. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Yeah, so you have these weather idioms, and believe me, these will be helpful to all teachers, especially teachers for, of English, geography, so many subjects, environmental science, where you can actually train your students to not only, visualize these, but also, of course, make them realize that idioms are not literal. They are actually figurative, metaphorical. Okay, so this is the PPT. I'm just quickly, yes. It's raining cats and dogs. Yes, that's in fact become a cliche now, but can you see my screen? So you have chase, rainbows, a storm in a teacup. Every cloud has a silver lining, come rain or shine, and so on. All this will be shared with you, okay? So perhaps you can ask your students to look at different idioms, visualize them, even draw them. You can have a mix and match activity. You can have a quiz based on these. For instance, you can just say, okay, show this picture rather than, the title and say, can you tell me what this idiom is all about? And they'll quickly shout it out. Okay. Yes, under the weather. So I'll stop sharing this. All right. And then I will share other things. There are many, many other things to be shared. So let me share with you. So the next one is food idioms. Okay, so let me take you through this link of food idioms. I will share these food idioms. Can you see the food idioms on the screen? Can you start matching these food idioms? What is number one? I thought I was just going to interview the secretary, but they let me talk to the big cheese himself. Can you look at that box given at the end and let me know, instead of big cheese, what would be the literal way in which you write this? I thought I was just going to interview the secretary, but they let me talk to the big cheese himself. What would you substitute for big cheese?
Yeah, maybe you could zoom in a little bit.
Okay, I will
the
do
plus
that.
sign on the top of
Yes.
your screen.
Yes, I will do that. No problem. So your teacher show you. One moment. Let me just arrange my. Oh, sorry. This is one moment. Okay. Okay, so I'm showing you this box over here. From this box, can you tell me which word or term would be used instead of big cheese? Can you tell me, please? Would it be a cowardly person? I will show you the statement again, teachers. Okay, I think there are some answers. in the chat box. What are the answers? Can we take a look?
An important and influential person.
Yes, an important and influential person. Excellent. Let's do one more. She should get out more. She's turning into a real couch potato. Now let us look at the answers. She's turning into a real couch potato. Which one would be the answer? Which one, teachers?
Lazy individual.
A lazy individual addicted to television watching. All right. So then we have other idioms also over here. We have sports idioms. So I will share with you about the sports idioms. So just to show you quickly, these all will be sent to you. So don't worry, you will be able to, enjoy. Sorry, I'll just escape. I'll stop my share. Okay, and I'll share again. Just to show you what all these are so that you can, take them back to your classroom, because obviously we cannot do all of them together now. So just to show you this, okay, so we have sports idioms like these. Again, it's an exercise where you have to replace a term that is an simpler term with an idiom. Okay, so that's one more. We don't have time for this, so we'll go on to the next. Okay, and the next one is general idioms. So we look at general idioms. I'll just share my screen just for you to know what all I'm going to send you. Okay, all right, teachers, can you take a look? All this will be sent to you, which you can utilize with your students in the classroom. Are you able to see the general idioms worksheet?
Yes, maybe
Yes.
you can zoom in.
All right. Do you want me to zoom in? Because anyway, we are not going to do the exercises, Raki, but I'll zoom in just for people to know what it's all about. And they can do that with their students, because these exercises are, can be done at different points of time. So I'll stop this share also. All right. So let us go on to the rest of the exercises. And teachers, don't worry about the other idioms. There are science idioms, there are cat idioms. I will be sharing all these with you in the PDF that will be mailed to you by Teachers Help Teachers. And then
yes, we also have a lot of other material that Ms. Nagma has contributed on our website. Yes. So we will be sharing the link for those as well.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Raki. Now we are going to do a very interesting exercise called blackout poetry. Okay, and I'm going to stop sharing because I want to share something very, very interesting, which we will all do together, and we will all write blackout poetry together. All right, teachers, are you ready for it? Are you ready for the blackout poetry? I'm sharing the link on in the chat box as well. This is going to be very, very interesting. So this is the link, and I'm going to share my screen now so that you can see what blackout poetry is all about. I'm sure you all know about blackout poetry, but this is a fun exercise that I love doing with my students. Can you see it on screen, teachers? Can you see the screen? Okay, great. So now what I want you to do is just follow me. You can also start doing this yourself. If you just scroll down a bit, it says blackout. Okay, can you see below that? Below this box, it says blackout. Okay, but before that, what I want you to do is pay attention, everyone. See, you can even have your custom text at the left-hand corner. At the left-hand side, you can see you can have your custom text. They also have some other text, Pride and Prejudice, Heart of Darkness. You can click on those. Or if you wish, because you may be doing science, you may be doing math, you may be doing geography, you may be doing history, you may be doing PE, so many things, right? So you wish to do something that has relevance to your subject. So if you're doing PE and you're talking about football or something, you can put a text based on Ronaldo. I mean, he's my favorite, so I'm mentioning him. You can use whichever person's biography or text that you'd like. And then you can enter your custom text here, the left hand side. But let's look at the text we can see on screen. Do you identify this text? Can anyone just identify it? From where is this taken? The rabbit hole went straight on like a tunnel for some way and then dipped. Do we have teachers who can identify this? Ms. Savita, thank you for asking about pre-primary. For pre-primary children also, we can have these where we talk about the beach and where we talk about different rooms that they have visited, Ms. Savita. Did you observe that? And even all the others that I have shown, you can use with pre-primary. Plus, as Ms. Rakhi mentioned, a list of links and handouts and worksheets are going to be sent to everyone. All right, so you can use with your pre-primary students also. Don't worry. Yes, Alice in Wonderland, a huge round of applause to everyone. Fantastic. So let's go back to me sharing my screen. Now, all that we have to do is we have to select our words. Okay, come on, let's select our words. Which word do you want to select? If you can tell me, which words, I'll select and we can, yes, you can go to www.teachers help teachers in for more pre-primary ideas, as Ms. Rakhi will be sharing all her links also with you. Okay, so you have a bonanza coming up, everyone. Orange marmalade. Okay, so someone wants orange marmalade to be clicked. Any other word quickly? I'm taking your words. So orange marmalade has been clicked. Which other words? Let's go in order, okay, so I can get them. Otherwise, it'll be difficult for me. Okay, tunnel, someone has asked me. Rabbit hole. Where is rabbit hole? Oh, sorry, I can't see it. Oh, yes, the second word. Tumbling down. Yes, absolutely. So just 2-3 more words, not too many. But the point is here, since I'm taking words from different teachers, it may not look coherent, but I suggest that for yourselves, if you have clicked, you choose words which will go well together. So for instance, let me just show you how this will look. If I say blackout, then I can only see these words. Got that? For that, teachers, it's fun, children will enjoy it if you choose texts which are relevant to them and the subject and the age group and the grade. So you can click on reset, which is down here below. You can click on reset and we can start again. So like straight, suddenly, deep, well, fell very slowly, tried, look down, noticed cupboards, bookshelves, orange marmalade. So let me try my way of doing it. So this is the poem that I have made. Okay. So similarly, you can also make your own poem fast and keep it ready to show your students and then ask them, or maybe first ask them to do on their own, because let's not stifle their creativity. And once they click, they all have to just click on blackout. And then if they want to change, they can just press reset. Okay. Shall we move on to the last exercise? It's almost time up, but since we had taken a few minutes to get some things in order, with your permission, I'll go on to the last exercise for the day now. All right. So let me stop sharing and share again. So I'll share my screen again. I have my PPT, which is the very last exercise now that I want you all to take a look at. And that's a fun exercise. I love doing this. There are many, many more exercises. We don't have time for them, teachers, but don't worry. We will send you the links and the handouts and the, worksheet, so you will enjoy. And Ms. Rakhi will send you the links to Teachers Help Teachers, where you can, get wonderful work that has been submitted by so many teachers who are helping other teachers. Can you see my screen now? Is it visible? This is the last exercise. We'll stop in another 2-3 minutes. Can you see it? What's there on screen? It's clear, right? You can see what's on screen. Wonderful. So this is something you will enjoy. I enjoy doing it with my students. You can make it guess the movie. You can make it guess the song, guess the title of the book, guess the name of the scientist, guess the writers, guess the name of the cricket players. So you can use it every, or guess which natural landform is being described. So take those descriptions either from your text or from the net, and believe me, you can really do so much. Because it's a generic group, I'm just doing movies. Since we all love movies, all this will be sent to you. Okay, movie number 1. Let's see who gets it. This is easy. This is like a warmer, a real warmer for the warmer or the filler. This is so easy. Come on, let's see how many get this correct. Even the people on Facebook, Ms. Raki, if you could check on Facebook, if people can, Oh,
sure, but the screen is blurred, so we can't see.
I'll stop share and I'll share again. No worries, no worries. I'll stop share and I'll share again. Absolutely fine. I think it's just that, when you have a lag, this is what happens. So sorry about that. So I'll just share it with you. Okay, this is very, very simple, teachers. Very, very simple. All right. I'm sure you'll all be able to answer. Can you tell me? Can you see it now? Is it visible? Is it clear? Is it clear now, Ms. Raki?
Not so much.
Oh, wonderful. Ms. Gianna has got the answer. Yes, it is Harry Potter. All right, wonderful. But which one? I mean, let's be a little specific. Which one? Which movie? There have been so many movies. So can we have the number?
Could you zoom it a bit?
Okay, I'll zoom it. Not an issue. I'll zoom it. Okay, this is for those who are using their phones, I suppose. Yes. Now, is it clear, Ms. Raki?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now can you please, teachers, let me know the exact one. Yes, the first movie. Excellent. Excellent, teachers. Okay, so just 3 more to go. I'll just scroll down. And 3 more to go. Okay. So here's the second movie. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that everyone gets to see it. All right, here's the second movie. Let's see who gets it. You can even read aloud if you wish to. It's a good opportunity for you to read aloud, or you can ask your students to read aloud. Let's see the answers. Come on, try. You know what? Our students are very smart, and I learned this some years back because they are so savvy with the computer. You know what they'll do? They'll immediately copy paste this, put it on the net, and they'll come back with the answer. Sorry, I mean
there's a reply. There's a answer on Facebook by Sabita Menon, Divergent.
Sorry. Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes. So teachers, what I'm trying to explain here is we need to be one step ahead of our students, because nowadays, they are resorting to these shortcuts. But of course, we can't blame them, because this is what they have learned. This is their way of learning. However, many a times I tell my students, use your gray cells, don't resort to immediately looking up the net. But teachers, you could do that if you're taking more than the necessary time. Yes, Divergent, very good, excellent. Let's go on to the next one. Just a couple of more left. This is also this is easy. This is one of my favorite movies. It's a delightful movie. It's a delightful movie. Can you see? I mean, the clue's right there. Gru. That's the most, I should say, interesting clue. Gru is there. So yes, Despicable Me. Excellent. Despicable Me. All right. Wonderful. Of course, it's the first one. Okay, so I'll go back, and then final question for the day now. Final for the day. So let us go on to the final work that we are going to do. for the day. This one, I think this also people will get it. Let us see. I'm trying to use some very generic movies, which we as teachers would be able to, guess. In your class, of course, if you are doing another subject, you can use the movies on those subjects and so on, all right? So this is the last for the day. Do we have answers? This is very simple. Oh, sorry. I should screen share.
Fault in our stars.
Yes, excellent. It is fault in our stars.
All answers are already there.
Very good. Yes, absolutely. No, I'm having some lag today, Ms. Raki. So because of the lag, you are able to see some black boxes and I am unable to see the chat. But thank you very much for being with us today. And for all those who have participated wholeheartedly, who've been present, we are going to send you the PDF of today's webinar, as well as quite a few links, worksheets, handouts, which I'm sure will help you, take all this back to your students and to enjoy, with your students, make your classes fun. And I'm sure there are many, many more exercises which you can come up with. So perhaps, we will keep this discussion open on our Facebook and our WhatsApp groups so that, we can continue. If there are any links you would like to share, please do so. It would be wonderful for us to learn, because even I am a learner, as you are well aware. So thank you very much. And yes, please come back to us with your lovely stories, your success stories. And even if things haven't gone well, it's absolutely fine. Please share. So we can learn from each other. We can learn from, everyone. Okay.
Absolutely well said, Ms. Nagwal, that we can learn from each other, and it doesn't matter how slow the progress is, as long as we are moving ahead.
Absolutely.
So with this, we would like to thank Ms. Nazma for this enriching webinar, the first webinar of 2021 at Teachers Help Teachers. And many of the participants have been asking us if there would be certificates. However, for our free webinars, we do not have any certificates, because we believe that free webinars are a source of getting together and exchanging each other's knowledge with one another. So these are purely for learning and getting inspired and kickstarting our new year with fresh ideas. So I hope that each and every teacher out there will be able to get something out of this entire webinar, and also try it out in the new coming year, as virtual learning is here to stay. Even though we have schools opening up soon, it's more or less going to be a blended way of learning in the near future. So do write back to us, let us know what is it that we can help you with. In case you need more ideas, we have a website, which is www.teachershelpteachers.in, which is a website for all educators across board and across grades, where we encourage educators to share or even sell their resources or their research papers or their thesis for everyone to learn more. Because after
And
all,
teachers,
if we are able to, yes.
Yes, and teachers, there will be other webinars where you can get certified. I think Ms. Raki is planning a sketchnoting webinar.
Yes, so we do have our webinars coming up. So the paid webinars do have certificates, and we have a lot of events and activities lined up. So in case you would like to know more about it, you can follow us on our Facebook page where we went live today. You can even follow us on our Instagram, which is Teachers Help Teachers India, or you could even write to us. It's contact@teachershelpteachers.in, and we will mark you in our list to be able to email you and let you know what is it that is coming up next. So till then, keep in touch, stay curious, keep learning, and keep contributing towards the platform.
Of the
Yes, for that you will have to stop sharing your screen so we can have a
screenshot of everyone who's here. Yes, please go ahead, Ms. Raki. Please switch on your videos, everyone, because we can share these on Facebook and in our WhatsApp group so that you can keep it as a remembrance, as a beautiful memory of a wonderful session that I had with you all. Because honestly speaking, teachers, webinar can be successful only if the participants are enthusiastic. And today you all were very, very enthusiastic, and that was wonderful, wonderful.